Callisto is the second largest moon of Jupiter after Ganymede. It is the third largest moon in the solar system after Ganymede and Saturn's moon Titan, and the largest object in the solar system not to be properly differentiated. Since Callisto is the farthest Galilean moon from Jupiter, its orbital period is 17 days. Its diameter is 4,900 kilometers diameter, which is a tiny bit smaller than the smallest planet, Mercury. Its gravity is lower than Earth's, with 1 and 2/10 meters per second square. Yeah, so did you know the entire surface of Callisto is covered with craters? So yeah, because since Callisto has too many craters, it has one of the oldest surfaces in the solar system. So how would standing on this ancient moon feel like? Well, so since Callisto is one of the oldest objects in the solar system, do you think it's older than our Earth or the Sun? Do you think Callisto was the first object to form in the solar system? Well, we have to find out. But yeah, Callisto, it is a pretty dark moon. So yeah, because if you're trying to look for Jupiter through a telescope, you can tell Callisto is in the left side of Jupiter since it is so far from Jupiter. Since both Jupiter and Callisto are almost 2 million kilometers apart. And yeah, you could tell the size of Callisto and Ganymede because Callisto is smaller than Ganymede. Since Callisto is the number 3 largest moon and the number 2 largest Galilean moon and the moon of Jupiter. Ganymede is the largest moon of Jupiter, largest Galilean moon, and the largest moon in the solar system. So yeah, like, if you dare step on the surface of Callisto, yeah, you may tell that some of these spots right there look like mountains, but they are not. So you can tell that Callisto, it is larger than our moon. So Callisto is about the size as Mercury. Like, our moon is about the size as Io, and our Earth is about the size as Venus. So if you're trying to look for Callisto while trying to look for Jupiter through a telescope, just look on the left side, along with other Galilean moons on the right side of Jupiter. So yeah, if you're standing on there, like, it may be a dead moon. Like, if you, like, so you have to be on your spacesuit to protect yourself from all the deadly gases. But they're not poisoned because they're so far from Jupiter. They're only deadly because it could be a dead moon or anything. Yes, this is the picture. This is from Callisto and Jupiter, since Jupiter is so small when you're in Callisto, because Callisto is the farthest Galilean moon from Jupiter. Yeah, they're almost 2 million kilometers apart. Yeah, like, it is the most cratered surface. That means you can tell it's so old. Like, it is likely older than Io, because Io has barely any craters. So you can just tell they look like mountains, but they're not. And this is how Callisto would look like in the future when the sun becomes a red giant. It could, like, when it's behind Jupiter, it is minus 160 Celsius. When it's in front of Jupiter, it could be minus 100 Celsius because it is so far from Jupiter. Like, if Callisto eject from the system of Jupiter, then Callisto would go flying into outer space. Imagine that. Like, when it's a red giant, when it's behind Jupiter, it could be comfortable or a bit cold. But when it's in front of Jupiter, it could be hot there. yeah, like there's like over 1 million craters on Callisto because it is an old object. Like they're ice spires. They're called ice spires because that's what they look like, mountains on that icy and dead moon. Well, that's all I have to say about Callisto and all the other Gallian moons. It was fun talking about the Gallian moons, and next week we will talk about Saturn, and then to the large moons of Saturn from next week to October. Well, that's all I have to say about Callisto and the other Gallian moons. Just look for them through the sky when you're looking for Jupiter, and bye.